Hello, my name is Dalton Bean and it's November 16, 2019. I am here on behalf of American Public University in the course of Conservation Biology to discuss the importance of wetlands and their relation to conservation biology as well as their values. So what is conservation biology? Conservation biology is a multidisciplinary field that has been developed in order to address the global loss of biological diversity. It is a multidisciplinary due to how it embraces a wide range of disciplines and theories such as, but not limited to, biogeography, genetics, and ecology. Through its design, it focuses on two main goals. First, it is to investigate and evaluate human impacts on biological diversity. Secondly, its intent is to develop practical approaches in which promotes both human development and the preservation of biological diversity while reducing species extinction. Now, to answer the question, what are wetlands? The Ramsar Convention defines wetlands as a natural or artificial area that is permanently or seasonally flooded or saturated with fresh, brackish, or salty water in which is static or flowing. Inland wetlands include marshes, ponds, lakes, fens, rivers, floodplains, and swamps, while coastal wetlands include saltwater marshes, estuaries, mangroves, lagoons, and coral reefs. Many wetlands are formed naturally though some are human-made, such as fish ponds, rice paddies, and salt pans. But why are wetlands so important? Wetlands provide humans with both intrinsic value and economic resources. They are natural stormwater reservoirs which can protect communities and waterways from flood damage. In addition, they act as a natural filter for pollutants such as pesticides, toxins, and metals from industry and mining activities, in which are absorbed by the sediments, plants, and marine life within the wetlands. In turn, they recharge groundwater aquifers with fresh water that supply many communities throughout the world, and for which can provide water in areas experiencing severe droughts. Peatlands are important wetlands as they are carbon sinks for which account for 30% of stored carbon on land, even though they only account for about 3% of global land cover. Mangroves, salt marshes, and coral reefs aid in protective barriers to storm surges where they reduce the height and speed of waves, which protect coastal areas from severe erosion. In addition, wetlands are home to more than 100,000 known freshwater species alone, and new species are constantly being discovered, in which some species are only found and isolated to certain wetlands. They are vital habitat for amphibian reptiles and act as a breeding ground or sanctuary for migrating birds. Rice grown in wetland paddies is a staple diet for approximately 3 billion people and account for 20% of the world's nutritional intake. Though in terms of determining how much wetlands are worth or their value depend on the types of surveys that is being considered. According to the research study, values of natural and human-made wetlands, economic resources that can present a value include flood control, storm buffering, surface and groundwater supply, water quality improvement, commercial fishing and hunting, recreational hunting and fishing, harvest of natural materials, fuel wood, non-consumptive recreation, amenities, and aesthetics, natural habitat, and biodiversity. They state that information on prices, costs, and how they affect the welfare of people whose income depends on wetlands are all able to provide an estimate of the value of market activities. Then the cost of replacing services provided by wetlands through technology and engineered solutions such as water quality improvement and flood control can also be used to determine value of wetlands. This research study used meta-analysis in order to determine values for various wetlands throughout the world. It is one method that has been used in environmental economics as a tool to synthesize the findings of primary evaluation using statistical analysis. The potential of meta-analysis is that of which it identifies the sources of variation in empirical values estimates. This study also used the contingent valuation method and the replacement cost method in order to estimate the value. For example, the welfare impacts of other wastewater treatment wetland services such as wildlife habitat enhancement and provisions of passive values were assessed in Little River and Rudy Creek wetlands of Georgia and had a value estimated between $9,352 per hectare per year. This is just one example of many that depict the importance of wetlands and their intrinsic value and economic values. Thank you.